6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news, edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Mario Vijayavardhana. The headlines. Another phase of the Suva Udana Mobile Health Clinic program was held at the Kudaveva Junior School in the Puttalama district today. The construction work of the multimodal transport terminal development project commenced today on the World Bank loan assistance of 30 billion rupees. The new leader of the Tamil National Alliance says that all the problems of the Tamil people living in the north and the east should be provided on the consent of the majority of the Sinhala people. 4 billion rupees will be allocated for maize cultivation in the Yalla season this year. A controversial new French immigration law promulgated by President Macron. Another phase of the Suva Udana Mobile Health Clinic program was held at the Kudaveva Junior School in the Puttalama district today. This program is being carried out by the Ministry of Health. The ministry states that a large number of kidney patients arrived to obtain treatment from this clinic, which is being conducted with the participation of specialist doctors, nurses and health staff. The objective of this move is to pre-identify diseases. The construction work of the multimodal transport terminal development project commenced today on the World Bank loan assistance of 30 billion rupees under the Kandy Visal development program. This program is being implemented on the concept of President Ranil Wickremesinghe. Minister Dr. Bandhu Vijayavardhana participated as a chief guest at the event. The aim of this program is to bring all temporary bus terminals in the Kandy city to the Goodshed bus station. It is expected to minimize unnecessary travelling for passengers who have arrived to obtain common transport services. 5,000 turns of buses are to be handled. All development activities relevant to this program are to be completed by December of the year 2026. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The new leader of the Tamil National Alliance, S. Sridharan, says that all problems of the Tamil people living in the north and the east should be provided on the consent of the majority of the Sinhala people. At an interview with the weekend national newspaper, he emphasized the need of a political solution in these provinces. The expectation of the TNA is to build cooperation between the Sinhala and Tamil communities. They hope to obtain solutions for the Tamil people through discussions with the Sinhala politicians. Reconciliation should be created with all communities. The Small-Scale Agri-Entrepreneurship Participation Program has taken steps to allocate an amount of 4 billion rupees for maize cultivation in the 2024 Yalla season. The project spent 10 billion rupees to cultivate 40,000 acres of maize in the 2023 Maha season. Accordingly, steps were taken to provide all the necessary financial allocations for maize cultivation, maize seeds, fertilizers and land preparation costs to the farmers on a non-recovery basis. Accordingly, steps have been taken to provide these facilities to the farmers of the Anuradhapura, Hambantota, Badulla, Ampara and Modragra districts for growing maize. 5,000 acres of maize was cultivated in the Hambantota district during the last Maha season on the basis of concessions provided by the Small-Scale Agri-Entrepreneurship Program. The State Ministry of Rural Economy says that a large-scale harvest of 1,050 metric tons of green gram is being received from the Manad district this year. Many development projects in the district are being carried out under foreign aid. The renovation activities of canals relevant to the agricultural sector showed a considerable progress. Under this program, 30 canals in the Manad district are being renovated.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Vedamahatmya.
Minister Pavitra Vanyaracha says that measures will be taken to issue water after completing all the construction work of the Ambilipitia Allivava water supply scheme. She made these remarks at an observation tour at the premises of the relevant irrigation project. She advised the officials to expedite the construction work. Construction had commenced in the year 2021. It is expected to solve the long-term felt water problems faced by the people of the area. New houses are to be provided to 16 families whose houses were lost due to the implementation of this scheme.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Vedamahatmya.
This is Watchlight.
Patients complained that they are facing many hardships due to the closure of the children's ward of the B Hospital, Katapotha in the Kurunegala district. The rear part of the building of this ward is decaying. The children who are receiving residential treatment are facing many difficulties due to this reason. This is for the attention of the Governor of the Northern Province.
Coming up, world news.
In world news headlines now, a controversial new French immigration law promulgated by President Macron. The US approves F-16 fighter jet sale to Turkey worth $23 billion. Houthi Red Sea attacks a ship linked to Britain on fire after missile hits. The administration of French President Emmanuel Macron published the formal text of a new immigration law in its official journal today, with the first instructions on applying the legislation already presented to officials. The law's promulgation comes after France's Constitutional Council censured 35 of its 86 articles, including contentious additions insisted on by the right, such as measures restricting access to social benefits and the introduction of immigration quotas. While the bill was seen as one of the signature reforms of Macron's second term, some in his camp had balked to the stricter version, with about a quarter of his allies in Parliament voting against it or abstaining. The US government has approved the $23 billion sale of 40 new F-16 fighter jets to Turkey, a move that had been long delayed after Ankara ratified Sweden's accession to NATO. The deal includes modernization kits for 79 existing Turkish F-16s. The US State Department told the Congress it had also approved the sale of 40 F-35 fighters to Greece, costing $8.6 billion. Turkey ratified Sweden's NATO accession after more than a year of delay that caused tension in the alliance. A tanker with links to the UK is on fire in the Gulf of Aden after being hit by a missile fired by the Houthis, or rather it should be after being hit by a missile fired by the Houthis. The Yemeni movement said it targeted the Maryland Luanda on Friday in response to American-British aggression. The US and the UK have launched airstrikes on Houthi targets in response to attacks on ships in the Red Sea region. The US military said the Iran-backed group hit the tanker with an anti-ship ballistic missile, and naval ships had responded to its distress signal. And now the main points of the world news segment. Once again, a controversial new French immigration law promulgated by President Macron. The US approves F-16 fighter jet sale to Turkey worth $23 billion. Houthi Red Sea attack ship linked to Britain on fire after missile hit.
Development news.
The State Minister for Irrigation Shashendra Rajapaksa says that the Umaia project is expected to add 120 megawatts of electricity to the national grid by February 15th. This marks a significant step towards improving Sri Lanka's energy security. He revealed these facts at a press briefing held at the Presidential Media Centre yesterday.
Moving on with sports news.
The 20th match of the Under-19 World Championship Cricket Tournament is being played. The Under-19 teams of Namibia and Zimbabwe are competing. Batting first, Namibia has scored 146 runs for 8 wickets at the end of their 50 overs.
Go ekakthiyana youth kat life ke change kat niyamata set na aswagena dekapugina habe karana youth kat niyamata set na friendship ekamenna.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The first ever single country exhibition on Sri Lanka and Brazil was held on the theme Explore Sri Lanka 2024 on the 12th and 13th of January at the Escapo Cultural Renato Russo in Brasilia to promote history, heritage, culture, trade, tourism, cuisine and products of Sri Lanka. The exhibition was organized by the Embassy of Sri Lanka in Brazil in collaboration with the Secretariat of the International Relations of the Federal District Government of Brazil.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekakthiyana youth kat life ke change kat niyamata set na aswagena dekapugina habe karana youth kat niyamata set na friendship ekamenna.
The all-new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
And now in economic news, another phase of the program to provide permanent houses for the homeless families in the Hindume electorate in the Gala district was initiated recently. Cash checks to construct houses of 96 slum dwellers in the area has been presented.
Weather report.
Showers will occur at times in the east and Uva provinces and in the Polonnaru, Mathura and Hambantota districts. A few showers will occur in the Andhra and Mullaitivu districts. Thundershowers will occur at several places, the western and suburban provinces, the Tagala, Mathura, Kandy and Nuwara districts after 2 p.m. Fairly strong winds about 40 km per hour can be expected at times of the northern, north-central, east and central Uva and northwestern provinces and in the Hambantota district. That was the report and now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. Another phase of the Sugadana Mobile Health Clinic program was held at the Kudava Junior School in the Puttalama district today. The construction work of a multimodal Transport Terminal Developer Project commenced today on the World Bank loan assistance of 30 billion rupees. The new leader of the Tamil National Alliance says that all the problems of the Tamil people living in the north and the east should be provided on the consent of the majority of the Sinhala people. 4 billion rupees will be allocated for maize cultivation in the Yalla season this year. A controversial new French immigration law promulgated by President Macron. That concludes this news broadcast, and now it's back to your host this Saturday evening, Dilshan Dimel, on the other side, to keep you in great company, dear listeners, this Saturday evening. Over to you, Dilshan.